You're the MC, Master of Ceremony. You, not me. You.
Hi, everybody.
Hello,
yes,
Nora.
yes, wait
Hi.
a minute.
Hello.
So good luck.
You know, in theater, before the first performance, before premiere, you're always like doing, you spit over the shoulder of each other, like.
Окей, все готовы? All is ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Что, рад приветствовать всю команду, всех гостей на виртуальной площадке фестиваля Sound Around Калининград 2020. Мы начали уже в воскресенье и продолжим до следующего воскресенья радовать наших посетителей различными трансляциями и встречами вот в Zoom. А сейчас хочу передать слово музыканту, композитору и главному инициатору проекта «Радио Instantopia» Марису де Мартину.
All right. Translation is coming, or can I start?
Yeah, you can start.
Excellent. So, hello, folks. Glad to be here. Hello to everybody out there. It's great to be here, and it's actually also very unusual. Lately, it became so normal to meet on Zoom. If you would have told me this 1 year before, I would have said, you're nuts, but now it's normal. And actually, this meeting is about certain things that happened within this project which have to do with this change of perspective. Radio Instantopia was meant to be a physical project. When I started to plan it 1 year ago, I wanted to come to Oblast Kaliningrad, and I wanted to perform the composition Imaginary Landscape number 4 from John Cage live. Live meant the original composition by John Cage is for 12 radio receivers and 24 performers. And I wanted to do this with the equipment of a historical radio collection in Cherniachovsk. But then the Corona lockdown came and the borders closed and it was not possible anymore. And then the discussion started if we should postpone the project or if we still should do it in another way. So I decided actually to divide it in 2 parts. First part would be 100% full size online. And the second part would be the next year in August, live. And the physical part next year would be based on the material that we would create on the first part that we were doing since August 1st until now. I have to say that before I started this project online, the first part, a lot of people told me that it's absolutely impossible and that I will fail, and actually the project will fail. Because they said it's impossible to do a cooperative music, experimental music project online without the two groups in the two cities knowing each other. And I have to say, I was a little scared at the beginning. I remember the first meeting, August 1st, with 20 people appearing like now on Zoom. And if I now build the imaginary bridge from this 1st of August, first meeting, until now, I really have to say, it was not easy. It was big effort. We needed a lot of concentration. We also had some disappointing moments, but actually we created kind of an online family. And when we are meeting now, we do really professional work. People are prepared. We are focused. And actually we created some really, really surprising stuff together. And today, actually, I'm going to show you one of those creative results that came out of this process. I will not talk so much about the structure of this project because it's actually simply too complex. And if you want to inform yourself what happened there, I ask you to visit our homepage. It's building and building and building. And I think like in 1 month, it will show the entire complexity of this 3-month-long process. Today, I would like to focus on this one art piece that we created, which is the film that I'm going to show you after my lecture. And actually, this movie was an idea that came out of the group. The group said, you know, let's do something else than only meeting online on Zoom and always talking. Actually, we want to play music with each other. And Anna Karpenko then offered her art space, Varota, for a first, let's say, innocent improvisation of the Kaliningrad group, where the team of the Radia Instantopia Kaliningrad participated. And actually, most of the people participating in this improvisation never performed music together before. And the result actually was so good that I said, actually, when the Kaliningrad folks come up with such a great result in such a spontaneous improvisation, then the Berliners, they should also do it. And then the entire discussion started. So the Kaliningrad improvisation was taped and recorded in very, very good quality. And first I thought that I wanted to do the same in Berlin, to arrange a session at Orwo House. But then I said, no, it's not enough. It's not enough to just simply do another single session and record it. I want to do it again and really try to meet live, yeah, as a live streaming, not for talking, but actually for playing together. So we hired two professional camera live streaming teams, one in Berlin and one in Kaliningrad, and we set up the date for September 13th, 9 o'clock in the evening, with quite some big organizational and set up effort before. And then we met actually at 9 o'clock sharp online. And actually, first, it seemed to be impossible because there were so many technical obstacles that appeared really like 5 minutes before the performance. We said we wanted to open a gate, the Instantopos, yeah, at 9 o'clock for 30 minutes. And like 5 minutes before 9, we understood that this is not possible, that is not possible. So it was really like a, okay, oh my God situation. But I have to say that actually I have kind of planned this situation to be like this. Because I wanted the people to get this experience that is very, very important for professional artists, that you expose yourself to a situation where you have to expect that you're going to fail. Because this situation creates a certain inner tension and also an atmospheric tension that makes people act and react in a different way. And going back to the radio, is really sharpening the antennas. So now maybe it also explains why this movie is carrying the title Moon Landing, because of the fact that you probably could imagine, you know, when they were landing on the moon, that they had a similar kind of situation. They wanted to do something that they could not possibly know if it's going to be a success or not, and they were just imagining what is going to be happening, and they had to prepare themselves for the unknown. And when you get into a situation like this as a group, especially consisting of two parts which never met each other but online, and you try to achieve something, and then something so abstract like doing an online experimental music improvisation in two cities, yeah, with radios and hardware hacking and traditional instruments, with classical musicians, rock musicians, no musicians, graphic designers, hip hoppers, then you know it's an adventure. And this is actually why I chose this movie for the presentation on Sound Around today, because first it's about about music, and second, it's about the notion of having an adventure together, even though you are from different countries, from different cultures, and you cannot even, meet each other because of the fact that we are in the middle of a terrible crisis where the borders are closed, and we are still taking responsibility, and we are trying to do something. Yes, and I would say this is, I'm coming to the end of my little lecture, and now I'm going to show you the movie. It's about 11 minutes long, and after the movie, we are going to have a discussion with Daniil, with Anna, and with Moritz and with Alexandra, talking a little bit about the insights of the project and experiences. But now I will share the screen. And actually, as someone working for the United Nations for quite some years, I know that it's very important to show gratitude to the interpreter, because I know it's a very, very difficult work. So at this point, I want to tell you, Alexander, you're doing a great job. Thank you. Okay, now I'm sharing the screen, and I hope that you are going to see everything and the sound is going to be perfect. Actually, it's just yesterday, it got mastered, especially for this live streaming situation. So it's perfectly mastered for live streaming. Wait a second. Sekundičko, da. Can you see it now? Can you see the screen? Okay, good. So I'm starting it in now. Okay, 20 Sekunden. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Так, а вот тут что-то.
Yeah, maybe it's important to tell you before we start the discussion that this movie also actually has a silent subtitle. Which actually the Kaliningrad philosopher Vadim Charli introduced into the project as a topic. So because not only on the moon you have vast and empty spaces, but also right now in the social physical contact, we have to deal with vast and empty spaces. And also knowing that both Kaliningrad and Berlin are dealing with vast and empty spaces. We thought that the subtitle for this movie could be Vast and Empty Spaces, because actually we tried to play the music in this spirit. Of course, knowing that silence and emptiness are two totally different things. Yes. Daniil, would you like to take over and start the discussion?
Да, соглашусь, что сейчас тема пустоты достаточно актуальна, как никогда. Но как раз радио способно, и вот наш Zoom — это, в принципе, такое, ну, можно сказать, современное какое-то продолжение радио, способно победить вот эти пустые пространства. И важно насыщать эти пустоты шумом, шумом человеческого общения, и вот, даже пусть это информационный шум, который сейчас многие от него страдают, но надо в нем разбираться и использовать. Александр, а вы можете на английский еще, наверное, переводить?
Да, по-английски божаться.
Ну тогда, да, не получится.
Получится, он на русском нажимает английский, говорит по-английски.
Ну, скажите.
We cannot hear anything now. Sound is off.
Yes. This device works from buttons.
Yeah. No.
No.
Yes,
Yes.
now I can hear you.
На русском говорит, кнопка русская, он говорит по-английски. Не надо что-то сказать.
Maybe we can move on.
Anna, taking it over?
Yes, yeah, maybe we can move on with our discussion. So
Yes.
hello, everybody. Good to see you. And I'm Anna Karpenko, and had a great privilege to coordinate this project from the Russian side, from Kaliningrad side, from Varota. Actually, what I wanted to say that, in fact, when we launched this project, we stepped quite on an unknown terrain, I would say. So personally, I had no expectations about how the thing would be going. Of course, since spring 2020, we all learned Zoom and we all learned this format, but in August it was very different. Very different in what respect? Actually, I think the point is that the people who came together in this project, in this group, they were motivated only by interest and inspiration. They didn't have to do exams, you know, they didn't have to do anything except of being together on the basis of their pure interest.
Not too long for Alexander, comes too difficult.
Yes, exactly. And actually, that's why we had the structure of the project, and we were all inspired by Maurice, by our leader and person who had the energy to bring us all together. And but we had the structure of our academics, of our inputs from the experts, but there were no events planned. And actually this performance, this live stream, it was not planned. So that actually it was the interests of participants and their energy which brought all kind of events. First, improvisation in Varota, which happened in the end of August, and then this final, not final, but final for this stage, live stream. And it was all suggested by participants, not by Maurice, not by me, not by anyone from the team. I mean the team of organizers. And I think that's why now it's essential to hear the opinions of our participants, both from Berlin and from Kaliningrad. And we invited today to talk two of them, two of our group. And these are from Berlin side, Moritz, yes, he's there. And Alexandra from Russian side, who was the same time the interpreter. And actually, my question to both of you would be like to look back from this point in retrospective, let's say, and try to think, did you have yourself any expectations before the start of the project? And if so, were they met or not? Yes. Moritz, would you like to start?
Yeah, it's like the same as you said. I hadn't had much expectations for this project, but I was really interested. It was a little bit unclear where it's going to, but we fast found our motto, our main thoughts about the vast and empty spaces. And from then, everyone had some ideas. We made the Cadavre Exquis, where we found different places, different thoughts about the vast and empty spaces. And together, we always had new inspiration and new ideas where we were working on. So we made our way together. So this is it's not finished yet. So it's going on. I'm happy.
Die anderen stumm sind und das ist ganz normal oder Fragezeichen oder alles soll gleichzeitig reden.
Anna, you are muted.
Sorry. I wanted to ask you something. Maybe you have examples of your own collaboration with the participants from Kaliningrad. I think it would be interesting to know.
Yeah, Arina came up with the idea, or with some photos she made. She called it patches, photos of patches. These are walls with which are new painted, or old walls which are broken, and we thought to make sound on it, to give it a voice. So I created some text and some recordings outside to fill the photos with sound. And now we got on our Radio Instantopia blog this website where you can watch all the patches and listen to the patches, what they are telling. And this was a really nice collaboration between Berlin and Kaliningrad.
Yeah.
Probably Maurice could show it shortly.
Yes. And maybe Arina can also tell just a couple of words, or maybe just translate what Moritz said about their own project.
But in the meantime, I will share the screen, and then while Arina is giving feedback, you can actually see how it's.
Yes, Arina, please have a floor.
Yes, hello everybody. I'm Arina, and we had a nice collaboration with Moritz. Also, we had a participant as Karina. She's also here. And also Alexandra, who designed this whole site in a beautiful way. So yeah, there is a project about patches, wall patches. It's like some pieces of walls which are widespread in Kaliningrad. And while I'm going around the city, I noticed that there are such strange, sometimes unexpected patches of color, and the color is really different, and its presence, it's really surprisingly sometimes why this color appears, who who did make it and what's the reason. So this project is like about finding identity of the wall of Kaliningrad. And yeah, I asked Maurice and Karina to see these patches, wall patches, and imagine how they can be sound, with what voice, with what noise. Yeah, so...
А может быть, сама по-русски несколько слов скажешь, чтобы жизнь нашему переводчику облегчить? Да-да-да, я просто думала, что Арина сразу по-русски скажет. Хорошо. Да, я как раз хотела сказать, вот это пример проекта маленького, который был создан участниками Морицем, который вот только что выступала, Арина, и с двух сторон. Еще Карина в нем участвовала, да?
Да, Карина тоже.
Ну вот, я... Yes.
Actually, let's quickly, because you see the patches have sound, and I just want to switch this button, and let's listen to this. So we have one example of how this patch actually is sounding like.
Es wird gegraben, gerodet, geflutet, gekauft. Es wird vertrieben, vergessen, verhandelt, verbaut. Es wird gegraben, gerodet, geflutet, gekauft. Es wird vertrieben, vergessen, verhandelt, verbaut.
Yeah, cool.
Super, thank you so much.
Alex.
But I would, yes, thank you. I would like to give a word to Alexandra Zhdanok, their participant, and in the same time, her main function in the project was interpreter. So that, Alexandra, what do you think? Your expectations, did you have any? Were they met or not?
Hello, everyone. It's so nice to be able to speak here and share my experiences with you all. And I can say, even if, as an interpreter, I hadn't have any expectations, because I knew from the very beginning that I wouldn't be able just to translate and interpret. It was just impossible for me, because the project itself was very interesting for me. That's why I wanted to be active in that. But I didn't have any expectations, because from the very start, I didn't know what to expect. And in the project, which is formed and created in absolutely new way, you can't make any expectations. But I think that if you don't make any, then you won't be disappointed or super excited when they are met or not. And I also would love to say that that project and that spontaneous progress is the main part of our project. And it reminds me of our academic sessions which were mentored by Maurice. And even though we had a topic to discuss, or if we had discussions with certain questions, there was always something that popped up in the in the meantime. For example, we could be talking about philosophy, and then any one of us could have a reference to music or something like that, and then we would have some extra time to Google what it is, to listen to it, or just to watch it. And I think that's what made the project really, really beautiful. And I also want to give some feedback coming back to our moon landing, to our improvisation sessions. For me, as a person who has never dealt with music, really, it was an amazing experience to try music without any background. But first of all, it was really special to be with people whom you talk to, or to people you've become really close for this. I don't even remember the amount of months. For past month, I lost the count of time. Yes, and it was a really breathtaking experience, and I was not concentrated on the result, on what our moon landing film or the final project would look like. I was focused on the process itself and about the dynamic of our group and communication between our group. And by saying group, I don't mean only Kaliningrad a part of it. I mean all of us, both Berlin and Kaliningrad side.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Alex, so much. Thank you, Moritz. And thank you, Maurice, of course, because you were the driver of the whole process. And I would really love to give you a word for a conclusion. And yeah, the floor goes to you.
So, okay, if we keep the time schedule, we have still 5 minutes left, so I will keep myself short. I just wanted to mention that what Sasha Alexander said about the process, that it was the core of it. Actually, the whole project is a project of process art. It's about the notion and the idea that one can design and create processes in an artistic way. And what this means, it's very complex, but actually to sum it all up, it's basically normally the opposite of what you have and experience out there.
И у нас есть время еще для вопроса. We have time for one more question, or maybe for more. Zina, you wanted to ask something.
Ich fasse mich kurz auf Deutsch. Danke für das Projekt und übersetze mich nachher. И переведу себя после. Ja, danke für das Projekt. Ich habe schon die Frage vergessen. Как мне говорили, спасибо большое за проект, который вы все создали. Спасибо за путь, который вы открыли, вот эту процессуальность артистическую, которую исполнили и которая На тот момент вообще была, мне кажется, очень классной альтернативой реальности. Вот. Genau, also das war ein Dankeschön an die Beteiligten und wahrscheinlich war an dem Moment, in April, habt ihr ja das alles gemacht. Die beste Alternative, wie konnte man überhaupt diese Periode, diese Zeit zu erleben. Ja, besten Dank. Die Frage habe ich vergessen.
Super.
Super, danke. Zina, спасибо большое. Okay, that was also my own experience when I published a short video repost or short entry about the moon landing experience repost from Maurice on my own Facebook page. I got so many positive feedback, and one of them was, or a few of them were, hey guys, you managed to create a model, a new model of international exchange, of youth exchange of new type. I would never expect it to hear something from like this, but of course, me and we were deeply touched by this. And I think this is the most unexpected result of the project. Yes, and before we continue, we would like to say thanks to our partners, and the word goes to Maurice and then to me.
Yeah.
Нет. No, Maurice will tell whom we are thankful, and I will tell from my side later. Yeah.
So actually, to thank everybody, we are going to be here still by tomorrow, but it's first very important to thank everybody in the team. Everybody was already mentioned in the movie, and you could hear and see and read the names. So thanks for everybody. Thanks to Anna. Thanks for everybody who supported us. Thanks for Klaus Haarer, who helped us a lot. Deutsches Kulturforum Östliches Europa, especially Orwo House Berlin, Marzahn, who hosted us, and Anne Wolf, super job, thank you very much. And especially, of course, to the people who gave us some money to do it. And this was the German Commissioner for Culture and the Media. This is from the German side. I hope I did not forget anyone. If not, you have to remind me.
Okay. And thanks a lot to NCCA Kaliningrad and Music College of Kaliningrad. And we must finish, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Спасибо, пока.